All right, Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto like foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. And as you can clearly see, Iranian, we could say propaganda. You could say they try to foretelling their future. Who knows? Actually, that's why they trying to put here to show how they're gonna wipe the space out. And I believe there was another AI video that they had months ago of their navy and how they was gonna destroy America. But according to I don't know, we don't know what's going on in the sea. No, there's a media block that's taking place right now in the shores of America. They have us believing that only the death toll went up for America to 7, while on the other side they're saying is what over 13,000, no 1,300 Iranians died, including those schoolgirls, I guess. So everything that we see, this is part of war, and part of war there's a lot of deception. All right, each side is trying to make themselves look good because they want to look victorious. They want to look like they're the ones that's going to come out of it, um, you know, flawless victory. But as we know, those of us, the hopeful elect, and those of us that know the scriptures, they both lose, especially America. All right, all these nations are about to lose. They're about to lose terribly. They're about to lose everything. And this is just the Lord, or the world, ignorant called Jesus, starting up something before he comes. Hey, the scripture says, matter of fact, hold on. Yeah, and that shows you a lot of people don't know the scriptures. They don't know the Bible. They don't know the attributes of the Son of the Most High. All right, why he was put on earth. Matter of fact, we started with this one first. Luke 12 and 49. It says, I am come to send fire on earth. And what will I if it already be kindled? Because he's responsible for that fire that he sent on earth. All right. And every fire that you see, everything that we see right now is kindling. And he's responsible for every single thing. All right. Matter of fact, Matthew's 28. Matthew 28 and 18, it said, And Yahushua came and spake unto them, saying, All power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. So all power, all judgments that's been Yahushua. All right. Yahushua orchestrated all this stuff that's happening right now. Okay. And when people got it pissed off when the commanders and the U.S. military was telling that this is basically them. This is pretty much what a roundabout way trying to say this is a holy war, and they got pissed off, but they don't know the Lord. Yeah, the Lord stirred up Trump to get in his mind to make those dumb moves. That was all part of the Lord's masterful plan. It says Matthew 10:34. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. So yeah, a lot of people don't know Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Tells you in Exodus the 15 and 30. I didn't know I was gonna go through this, but hey, that's the Lord. Exodus 15, I believe it's 15:3. Yep. It says the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. And it says right here in NLT, the Lord is a warrior. Yahweh, that's what I'm supposed to say. Yahweh is his name. So if Yahweh, all right, which means he is a warrior or the king of war, how much more his son, which I just read, how his son is. His son is what? He's a warrior, all right? He's coming to bring war. So all the little earthly skirmishes that we see, everything that's happening, the way it's happening, is because of Yahweh, because of Yahweh Shai, all right? Because of Yahweh Shai. And the scriptures always bring it out. There's a party in the Middle East, and everybody's invited. All right, you get an invite, Russia. You get an invite, China. You get an invite, North Korea. You get an invite, America. Well, America they just they just took it upon themselves. All right, and they said, let's just go over there. So they kind of crashed the party per se, but they the main. Believe it or not, America, you the main. The party's not for you, but the party is you. So it's like you're the main person, all right, the main event. Okay, out of all nations in the world, you're the one. You're just the one. Like what thinking of that damn show Highlander. You're the one, all right. America, you're the one. Babylon the Great, you're the one. You got the best invite. You got the best seat in the house, all right. All these other nations, they part of it. They're all part of it, but you are the focal point. This is a do or die moment, right? And guess what? You did. Now you about to die. Now with all this stuff that was showing, and I've been said it, through the Spirit. Matter of fact, Genesis 9:6. There's no 6. Yeah, 6. It says, "Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. But in the image of the Most High made he men." So this is a universal law. Noahide law that they like to claim, the Abraham Accords and all this bullshit that they say, but really is the Noahide law. Noah, because Noah was given laws, right? And his descendants, they also had the same laws, because Noah he was the man that kind of reset the whole world again after Adam. After Adam fell, that old world was what? It was flooded. That was the first death. So when the second world came about, which we part of, what's going to happen is called the second death. There was a law, and it was written. I always say that through the Spirit. That's why Sodom and Gomorrah was judged the way it was judged, because they knew they wasn't supposed to do that. So the universal law is what? If you murder somebody, all right? Murder meaning you thought of it, you thought about it, you sat on it, and you did it. You took somebody's life like Cain slew Abel. Guess what? According to the Most High's law, the law of the world, your blood needs to be shed. So right now, the Iranians, which they're truly the Persians, they have the utmost rights to get the thing that we all know about. It's called revenge. All right, they have the utmost rights to seek revenge, and revenge is what's fueling them. Okay, revenge is what's fueling them, and revenge is what's gonna get you Esau, Edom, all right, those Alamakites that claiming to be the Lord's chosen people. This is what's gonna get you destroyed. Your time is up. The world has had enough. This is why the world's going to war with you. Which in your warped mind, you thinking you're controlling the narrative, but you're not controlling anything. There's your thought process, and there's the Most High's thought process, and how the Most High wanted his movie to go. And Yahweh Shai is putting every player in the board accordingly. The Lord could have been have started this war long ago. All right, when he was killing off all the generals and so forth. But he didn't do that because that was not according to the way the Most High wanted it. Zephaniah 3 and 5, or 3 and 8, sorry. It says, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. So who's the one that's rising up and who's the prey? All the other nations. They're nothing but prey. All right. So if the Lord is gonna rise up against them, well, I just said it. He's rising up against them. Okay. And he's telling his people, those of us that know, because he told his disciples, which is peoples, that this is the things that you must see. Then you shall know that I'm on my way. So we patiently waiting to see, and we seen all the things that's happening that how the Lord said it, and it fits prophecy. And we're not gonna do a damn thing until the Lord does His thing. All right. This is for my determination is to gather the nations. And right now is the great gathering that's taking place. Now Persia has every right to want revenge because they've been done wrong. It wasn't the Persians that was killing American children, all right, that was bombing any places in America. Mm-mm. It was the other way around. It wasn't Persia bombing the shit out of Israel. It was the other way around. They will tell you, oh, is it proxies and this, all that is bull. But all that's being done was being done for one reason. And then one reason only was it was to gather everybody together. All right. And like I always go through the spirit, I haven't said it. I should have said it again and again and again. All this stuff that we're seeing on television, we're hearing about it via the internet of World War III. This is on behalf of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The Lord is fighting for us. All right. The Lord Yahweh is fighting for us. He's sending his best of the best. He's sending forth his greatest creation to come to fight for us. All right. How about that? Okay, he's that's what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. Now the fraudulent ones, they try to force the hand because they still looking for their Messiah to come. But we know our Messiah came, and we know everything that's happening. He's orchestrating everything. All right. It said, "I will assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation, which is what righteous anger." All right. He's setting up all these different tribes of people, nations of people, so he could pour his wrath upon them. So this is not an isolated situation. This is a worldwide event. Okay? Esau got his plans, the Most High got his plans. All right? It says, even all my fierce anger for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of with the fire of my jealousy. Because what did they do to the Lord's people? I'm gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Joel. So you're not gonna see us. Yeah, we excited the fact that America has got a fight in their hand. Babylon the Great has a good fight in their hand. They're not gonna win. They may win a few battles here and there, but they're not gonna win. But ultimately, all these motherfucking nations lose. Every last one of them. Okay? Every last one of them. If you're not of the stock of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and out of that, the elect. But if you're not of that stock, the Lord is fighting against you. You are enemy to the heavens. Literally. You're an enemy to the heavens. Joel 3:1, it says, "For behold, in those days, in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem," which were Judah, Benjamin, Levi. All right. Ultimately, it's all 12 tribes because all 12 tribes was a part of that transatlantic slave trade. But we all know that was mainly Judah, Benjamin, Levi. All right. That was spread. That's what I said on what? The four corners, Judah should be spread in the four corners of the earth. Right? Verse 2. And I will also gather all nations and will bring them. So the Lord's going to take us out of this captivity. And I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. So all nations that's not of Israel, okay, the enemies of Israel, the natural born enemies, those that oppressed us, those that seemingly destroyed us. That's what it's speaking of, okay, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh Shaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel. So there's the problem right now, which we all know, is people can't tell the difference between Israel or Yasha'Allah. All right. The Israelis or the Israelites. People can't tell the difference. Why? Because of the word. And when the scripture says in what? Ezekiel 36, was it 36? And how they made Israel infamy among the nations. Our people embarrass us. However, these rats, they take it to a whole nother level. Everybody hates the fact of be saying that you're chosen. Oh, they hate you because if you're because of those people. So they literally took our name and threw it under the mud. All right. Even when the fact when we call ourselves because we call ourselves Hebrew Israelites. They don't call themselves that. They call themselves Israelis, which is no, Israel is nothing. So even in that fact, they put a stain to the world about us. All right. But the Lord said he's going to plead with them. He's not going to say, oh, why did you do this to my people? No, 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 no. He's going to judge. He's going to judge them. That's what the great gathering is about, is the judgment that he's going to put upon the people. And they already judged. They, the judges on the earth, telling them their sentence, that which is us. All right. And we've been hit the gavel. Bam, you're guilty, 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 guilty. You know, is a unified consensus. All the prophets of the Lord is seeing the works of Esau because we're eyewitnesses to this. The Lord is not coming back to sit there and have a conversation with them and try to go to the UN and talk to the nations and like, why did you do that to my chosen people? No, he said, I shall not meet thee as a man. So he's coming as an angel. He's coming with straight judgment. That's it. No more talk. What was that? Oh, damn, what's that rapper's name? Fuck. I don't know. I can't remember. Oh, Willie D. No more talk, right? That's what he says. Well, Yahweh Shai is coming. No more talk. I mean, you got Matthew the 25th chapter, one of my favorites. But he's not gonna say nothing. Second Ezra is the 13th chapter tells you he's not gonna lift up a finger, no saying a word. All right, it's nothing to be said. It says, "Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." And hey, right now, the land of Israel looking like yep, looking like the other part of Israel that they just did. So how once again, how can they be those people? It says, and here's the point. It says they have casted lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. So we clearly see what's going on with this entire pedo ped PDF files that they have done to their own and what they have done to us throughout history. So the sole purpose of World War III is to judge the nations for what they have done unto the nation of Israel. So Persia could feel good about themselves right now. They could be feeling themselves because they're going to get the revenge. They're going to get the desire to get their hands on Babylon. All right. The Lord is going to grant them that. However, the quagmire is while these mother effers are fighting each other a position, who's going to run shit, who's going to do this and that, the Lord is going to raise his people up out of nowhere. This is the unforeseen future, what we speak of. This is the unforeseen things that we've been saying. All right. Throughout history, everybody believed that we was going to always be in the bottom. They could not foresee the people that as rappers, the great singers, basketball players, and all this other stuff get treated like shit. And all throughout our history, that we're going to be something special, that we're going to be delivered out of this, that the Lord is actually fighting for us. Okay? And what did the Lord, several times in the scriptures, the Lord said, what was it? I'm thinking of that one. Stand still and let the Lord fight for them. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this one. I know there's one in Exodus. Second Chronicles 17. Ye shall not need to fight in these battles. Set yourselves, stand ye still, and see the salvation of the Lord with you. O Judah and Jerusalem, fear not, nor be dismayed. Tomorrow go out against them, for the Lord will be with you. And this is which is spiritual, because this is when the Lord was talking to Jehoshaphat, and Israel was surrounded by the true biblical Israelites. Yasha Allah was surrounded by. Hold on. This thing always does this shit. Fuck. Salakia. True Israelites was being surrounded by Moab, Ammon, and I believe it obviously Esau. But let me go up. The children of Moab. Oh my goodness. Salakia, if it keeps going in and out, we have technical difficulties as always. It says, and it shall come to pass, Second Chronicles 20:1. And this is why you need to know your history, because what's about to come down the pipe is what? We're gonna be surrounded. We're public enemy number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. There you see they created an organization strictly against us. So don't get comfortable because you see World War III. The heat is still on. All right. But let me read this, Second Chronicles 20:1. It shall come to pass after this also that the children of Moab is whom? The Chinese. The children of Ammon, which is Japanese, and with them on the other side, the Amorites came against Jehoshaphat to battle. And if I'm not mistaken, it does tell you also Edom. All right. So they were surrounded. And while they were surrounded, there it is. But why do you say this? NLT says it right here. It says the messengers came and told Jehoshaphat, a vast army from Edom is approaching. Why do you say that here? A vast army from Edom is marching. Let's say approaching. I'm sorry. Vast army from Edom is marching against you from beyond the Dead Sea. They already at has a Hazaneyatum. This was another name for Eged. So you had Ammon, Moab, the Amorites, which are Africans, and you had Edom, all come to do whom? Israel dirty, to destroy them. But the Lord, I'm jumping down, so going back to 17 again, when we read NLT, but you would not even need to fight. So we got to have the understanding in our spirit that technically we're not going to need to fight because the Lord is fighting for us. He's fighting on our behalf. All right? He's fighting for us. How about Shemir Shai is fighting for us? And if anything that can show us anything that how much the Lord care, look what he's doing. All these other nations are gathered together with their vast army, and they go into that quagmire. And here's the funny thing about this all. They all know the prophecy, but they're compelled. They're being driven to go into the Middle East. So doesn't matter how Persia feels about it, what driven them, the schoolgirls, the non-schoolgirls, it doesn't matter. They're all driven to go to get judged by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And as for us, we don't have to do a damn thing. But the Lord eventually going to use us to do the best thing of them all. But as far as the armies of this world, there you go. There's a lot of videos out there of young American soldiers being shipped out. And sorry, but not sorry. They're not coming back. All right. Whoever they are in the spirit, yes, there's reincarnation in the spirit. There's a reason why everybody's going to be judged. They're not being judged because one particular lifetime they did this and that. Or the Lord is beyond fear. All right. So anybody that's being drafted, okay, and is going to be caught up in that battle, you ain't coming back. You're not. Okay. Now the Lord can have Israelites to go in the Middle East, and when He comes, they won't do nothing. Who knows? I don't. I'm just a man at the end of the day. But we know for a fact that when He comes, He's not no more taught. It's over. It says, "Then stand still and watch the Lord's victory. He is with you, O people of Judah and Jerusalem. Do not be afraid or discouraged. Go out against them tomorrow, for the Lord is with you." So I just wanted to bring that out. So with that being said, something real quick to the spirit, shalom, to the elect of the nation as well. Shalom.